Hey there guys, and welcome to the Japan Online channel. Well, there's an interesting topic for you today. This is a magazine called Fri-Day, and looking at there, looks pretty normal, doesn't it? Looks like your average gossip magazine of pretty young woman showing a bit of fashion. Maybe it's a hair magazine, I don't know. Maybe she's got a stylist hair styles or whatever, blah blah. Or it's the latest celebrity. Well, I did a bit of research, and no, this is actually probably, I don't want to say a full pornographic magazine. It's probably a semi-pornographic magazine, whereas in only the center few pages of the center are actually pornographic. The rest of the magazine, well, I didn't read it, have various gossip stories, articles, and stories about sex and of course here you got a guy reading it. And so this is what led me to this story. He's reading this pornographic magazine, right? And you just see a kid to the right. This is my girl here. Actually, and she and the other daughter, my other daughter, brought me to the attention of this magazine, because when we arrived there, they picked it up and said, "Daddy, can I read this?" And I was like, "Oh, let's have a look." And I noticed it. This is in a medical center, where I guess it's a private clinic, but for the public. It's in a medical center where obviously kids, old people, men, women of different age, nationality and whatnot come to get treatment. And this guy here is reading a pornographic magazine in front of kids. What do you guys think of that? What's it like back in your home country? Is this allowed? Obviously in Japan you're not allowed to buy these magazines, and I've shown you in a previous video for pornographic magazines in convenience stores, where they're sort of just they're at the end, there's a label saying this is the adult magazines, but they're just naturally placed along the rest of the magazine, so you wouldn't really know. And if you didn't know the kanji for them, then you probably wouldn't know. And the pictures in the front cover are just like that, of just normal nice girls, nice women, until you open it up and bang, you've got pornographic material. So if, kids under 18 can't buy them. They're not allowed to read them. They're not allowed to look at these pornographic images. So how can this clinic, or how can Japanese society allow for this clinic to have them in a public place where kids can grab them, open them up, and start reading, start looking at these pictures? This is a problem, and I'm sorry for repeating the video and the material and stuff like that, but I only had a limited, and it's quite an in-depth, quite a big discussion. And so I should have actually said something to the guy, but I didn't. I should have said to him, "Look, this is not the place to be reading that magazine. There are kids here. There are people here who, not just kids, but people actually who don't want to see naked women." Because it's against their religion, or it's against their faith and morals, or whatever. They find it disgusting. And I should have said that, but I didn't. Instead, when we went to pay the bill, I said it to the receptionist, and I says, "Look, is this the place to be selling these? To be showing these? There's kids here that can read these. They're not allowed to read them, are they?" She's like, "Oh." And so, well, what's wrong with them? And I pulled them up, and I opened it up to the centerfold where it's two ladies are naked, and I showed her, and she's like, "Oh, what's wrong with that?" I said, "Well, what do you think's wrong with it? They're not allowed to read it. It's against the law for minors or kids under 18 to read this, to look at this, isn't it?" She says, "Oh, I'll talk to the doctor," because the doctor is of course the owner of the clinic. Talk to the doctor, and I says, "Well, how about I talk to the police about it?" Because it's illegal for kids, to be reading this. It's the same with beer. They're not allowed to buy it. They're not allowed to drink it. So if I give it to a kid, I could be held responsible, So it's the same with pornographic material. If I show it to kids, then I could be held responsible. I could get a fine, go to jail, whatever, So what do you guys? What's it like back in your country? I know in New Zealand it'd be against the law. It'd be frowned upon. People would abuse you. They would tell you off. They would just do everything and probably even call the police on you. Maybe I should have called the police, but what's it like in your country? And what do you think of this? If this is Japan, you come to Japan and you see this, what would you think? What would you do? I'm very interested to know this, because judging from my opinion, judging from the impression I got from the receptionist and my wife and a couple other people I've asked, it's not frowned upon. There's no problem. As long as they probably don't, flaunt it. No, they don't show it around like, oh, I'm reading a porn magazine, blah blah, or do anything that suggests that they're getting a stiffy or woody or whatever. Then it's sort of, they won't say anything. They'll just ignore them. Just let them be. So I was quite annoyed with my wife about saying it, but still, I should have said something to the guy, and I'm glad I said something to the receptionist, and hopefully next time when we go there, they won't have such magazines. If they do, then maybe. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should call the cops? Do a bit more research? Please, let me know. Leave a comment, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think this is wrong, and maybe this is something that we could try and stamp out here in Japan. A crusade, you could say. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Also, like I said, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Like the video or dislike the video for the content, of course. And if you haven't already, check us out on Facebook. We have a lot more information, a lot more photos, a lot more videos of life in Japan and what it's like to live here. So please like us on Facebook. I'll leave links in the description below. Thank you for watching. And check out the next video. Later.